Hey guys, let's take a quick look at the Springbok team that was just selected. It's just come out now for the first game against Scotland, the box opening game in their World Cup title defence. They're playing a very tough Scottish team. It's going to be a really tough game for the Springboks as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they do. Scots are a tough prospect. There's a lot of South Africans there. They'll know the South Africans' game plan. A lot of the players know each other pretty well, and Scotland have a few weapons in Duan van der Merwe and Finn Russell, and a couple of those other players that can really tear apart defences. They've got a forward pack. They've got some good South African props. Really a mouth-watering clash to kick off the World Cup for the Springboks. But okay, getting to that team, I think you've all seen the team by now. It's some interesting choices there. I think the first one would be Kane Moody. I think that surprised us. I think we've been hearing the whole week that Kanan's going to be moved to the wing, and that they're going to slot in after 3 exceptional performances, 2 of which he was man of the match, and good performance against New Zealand. And it's obviously, we haven't heard the press conference yet, and I'm not in France, so we'll have to wait for the news. But it sounds like he might have picked up a niggle. There might be some reason. I would have expected him to be in the match day 23, but there's obviously some reason he isn't. And same with John Klein. We've heard that he's got a knee niggle, so that's why he's not on the bench. The Boks wanted to go in with a double lock, the Munster lock combination to change the tight 5 in the bench. So that should be interesting, just to find out. I hope it's not too serious for Jean, because he's really played well, and he might have picked up something in training that they're just probably looking after. They've got enough depth, and I think some of the selections show that. So we'll start at fullback. Hard to ignore Damian Willems after that performance at Twickenham. He was man of the match and certainly showed his versatility, his stepping skills, and sort of really made the All Blacks defence look ordinary at times. I think it was a natural choice, and I think the Boks are trying to bring him more in, and I think he probably slots in a lot better with Kurt the Arendse. I think they're thinking back to what happened at Twickenham last year when he did move back to fullback in that second half. And he's just played exceptionally well. Kurt, with Kanan not being there, I think if it's a choice between him and Makazole, it must have been quite a tight one. I think the Boks have gone for Kurtie just for his game-breaking abilities, his ability to score tries. He's got an absolutely magnificent try-scoring record at the moment. I would say, I think 11 tries in 9 games. So that's quite good, and it means both wingers have got scrum caps. Both small guys. Cheslin Colby needs no introduction. One of the world's best players, best attackers, and also best steppers. And you can easily see that back three, if they get some space, turning it quite interestingly. But I think Scotland will do what all teams do to these guys. They'll try and target them on the aerial battle. I think especially Duan van der Merwe will try and use his bulk against them. But I think the Boks have backed these two. They don't shy to make their tackles, and they should do pretty well. So then moving to the midfield, Damien Delenda and Jesse Creel are there like we expected them to be. I think the Boks have gone for tried and tested there. I know Andre Esterhuizen put in a strong performance there, and I think they weren't going to play Kane and Moody. I think in this game at 13, that was never the plan. But Andre Esterhuizen certainly put in a strong performance against the All Blacks and must have been very close to selection. I think at the end of the day, it probably comes down to the combination. They've played together for a long time, and they do well defensively as a combination. So I think the Boks are looking at that, and Jesse's an exceptional organiser and is in great form as well. So I don't think there's any concerns there. At halfback, we've got Faf de Klerk, who's going to get his 50th cap. Well done, Faf. I think that's an exceptional thing, and for him to start, especially under all the pressure with all the halfbacks there, it's great to see him get that nod. The book will be the fly-off with him. At the moment, Marnie is the guy in the saddle. He's going to be backed, and it's good to see them, and I think they'll be a good halfback combination. Marnie's got his work cut out. Finn Russell's probably one of the best exponents of attacking play, and marshals his backline well in the world, and I think he's been called a magician. He's been called one of these guys that can go from anywhere, and probably tomorrow I'll put up the video. I spoke to Johan van Graan, who's the Bath coach who signed him for Bath, and why he believes he's such a danger, and so keep an eye out for that video as well. Be going up tomorrow morning. So that's the backline. and pretty potent backline. If they get going, you can see some real speed and some real stepping, and I think they can put Scotland under pressure. Of course, it all comes down to the forwards as per normal. Some interesting takes in the forwards. I think the interesting one for me is that the Boks have gone for Jasper Visser. He hasn't played for a while, and he hasn't been in the greatest form this season. I think Dwayne Vermeulen's overshadowed him. I'm not sure why they've precisely done that. I mean, it's a bit difficult when you're not close to the team at the moment, but I think it's probably more for the bomb squad to bring the impact of Dwayne in the second half. And he's certainly having an exceptional season, had a great game against the All Blacks. But Jasper's no slouch, and he'll know the Scottish guys pretty well from European rugby, and he'll know, how to attack them as well. So I think he's pretty good. Peter Steff, Du Toit and Siya Kolisi are given. I think they have to be there. They're both exceptional players. Sia's a great leader, and he's been putting in the hard yards. He's been in such good form since returning. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again. And Peter Steff, the last time we played Scotland, Peter Steff hunted down Finn Russell like I don't know, I'm trying to think like a cheetah, or I'm trying to think what else you could use as a metaphor, but he hunted him down, gave him no space, and I expect the same to happen. He's relentless, he's a workhorse, and he's going to make Finn Russell's life hell. Of course, Finn Russell is a seasoned campaigner, and he could easily sidestep him, but I'd say that the Boks plan is probably to harass him as much as possible and cut off his oxygen, cut off his space, so they can't get those attacks going. So that's the loose trio, and then we move to the lock. So no surprise that Franco Mostert's come in there at the lock. I think his performance against the All Blacks, a very strong performance, quite an easy choice there alongside Eamon Etzebeth, who in my mind is probably the best number 4 lock in the world. I don't think the Boks were going to go into any test without Eamon. And again, no surprise in the front row, keeping the same front row as Twickenham, Malcolm Marx, Frans Malherbe and Stephen Kitsoff. They demolished the All Black scrum, and I think they're going to try and do the same. Scotland, I think, probably have a bit of a stronger scrum at the moment, or should I say a bit more in tune, a bit more in form. So that's going to be interesting to see that scrum battle. So I mean, no surprises there. So I think overall an extremely good team. Maybe one or two, I think there's always going to be one or two positions you might think they might go for somebody else, but you can't really find fault with any of those selections. The combinations are good, and there's a good attacking base, there's a good solid set piece base and a good forward base, and I think now it's to go out and do it. Then looking at the bench, I think that's the next thing obviously we'll look at. Boks are going with a 6-2 split again. Bomb squad, no 7-1. I know it caused a lot of outcry, storm in the teacup, and a bit of pill clutching across the world. But 6-2 split, bomb squad going in again. And what a bomb squad it is. I think the only difference is, interesting that they've gone for 2 loose forwards rather than 2 locks and 1 loose forward in this combination. There's, of course, the front row. A very strong front row to come on, and we saw that against the All Blacks as well. Oxen Che, Trevor Nyakani, and Bongi Bongi Mbonambi, sorry, and I always stumble over Bongi's surname. Bongi comes on in the second half, becomes almost the de facto leader when Sia goes off, and really that's a menacing front row to face if you're a bit tired, and the Boks will look to press home their advantage there. Arceus Snyman, the ultimate super sub. I think he's an amazing athlete. He brings pace, he brings physicality, he brings everything to that Boks side as well. So I think Arceus is an amazing guy. He'll always be, he could easily be in the starting lineup as well. But I mean, I think they use him, his versatility off the bench, and he's such a good impact player for the Springboks at the moment. So I'm not surprised he's there. And I can only think the reason, because Jean Klein's knee is acting up, they've probably gone the safe route in going rather, because we heard media reports, and report had it on Sunday that Jean Klein would partner Archie off the bench. But in this team announcement, we've seen that Marco van Stalen's there. I think it's 2 things. It's one, obviously, if there is a bit of a knee niggle, they're probably protecting him. This is a long tournament, 8 weeks, if you make it that far. But it's a long tournament, so you need to protect your resources, and Type 5 forwards are high priority resources for the Boks. So I think it could be that. Secondly, the Scottish team has a very good jackling ability. The likes of Hamish Watson is well known. So I think the Boks probably looking to Marco to come in and have quite a bit of an impact over the ball, even if it's just disrupting the opposition rucks, or other jack thing. They're looking for him to have a big impact there as well. So that's probably why he's there. And then Dwayne's the other forward. No surprises there. It's a big physical sort of bomb squad pack coming on the 6-2. And then I think you look at that. That's pretty much. And then at the back, no surprises that Willie LaRue's there. All the experience, all the versatility, and he can slot in if the game's opening up a bit. I think he'll be quite dangerous there. He also covers a number of positions for the Boks. And I think we might have seen. It shows also. Well, first of all, it shows also how serious they are about this game. But I think if it was another opponent, we might have seen a bit of a different back three, but Vidi gives them that solidity that they need. And then Grant Williams tells me the fact that they're looking to up the ante and they want Grant's speed and pace and him to sort of break open the game in the last 20 minutes. He's really been good when he's come on as a sub for the Boks, especially this year, and he's really looking good. I'm glad he's back from his concussion. So but I mean, also you could easily say they could have gone for a Jaden Hendricks or Kobus Reinach. There's so many options there for the Boks at the moment. So all in all, a very good team for the Springboks, and hardly anything to quibble about. A lot that we expected, maybe one or two that we didn't, and we'll probably get some more indication about that soon. But you can't quibble about that at all. What a team that's pretty decent, I must admit. So anyway, it's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, if you carry on watching this channel, you'll see that I'll post a lot more of these videos, and we'll give you some reaction to the game as well on Sunday. And if you can, please subscribe. It's always good. It's always good getting feedback in the comments. I do read all the comments, so it'd be great to see what you say about these videos and what you say about the game. So thanks for watching, and keep on coming back. Chat to you soon. Cheers.